I've been on record for saying it every time it happens. The shootout sucks. Like, I don't know if it's just me. You guys can agree. You guys can disagree with me. I mean, it is what it is. But shootouts suck, man. A game like this, a very defensive game from both teams, really sound. And then you look at it and you say, well, the overtime 3-on-3, you've got McCarr, you've got McKinnon, you have Rantanen, and then you have the Leafs skill as well. Oh, it's going to be ruckus. It's going to be wild. And there were some crazy moments in overtime. But it's got to end in a skills competition. And I just think it's a terrible way to end game. You give me 5 more minutes of that, then fine, give me a shootout. But it is what it is. Leafs lose 2-1 in the shootout to the Colorado Avalanche, and I'm honestly not that mad. I can't be. They're a really good team playing really good hockey, and the only goal that went in for the Avalanche, other than the shootout goal, was off of our own guy. And you can't blame Jake McCabe for the goal against, because, hey, he went down to block the pass or block the shot, and it goes off his stick and goes 5-0 on Samsonov. You can't blame him at all. And the Leafs hold the Colorado Avalanche, who are 15th in goals? What? That's weird. That is very odd. And they're 10th in goals allowed. Not what I was expecting. But they're still a prolific offense. They still have some of the greatest players in the game. One of the best defensemen, arguably the best defenseman in hockey, in Cale Makar. One of the best forwards in the NHL, in Nathan McKinnon. And, my God, Mikko Rantanen's putting up almost Colorado historic numbers. Right? He's trying to catch Joe Sakic's record for goals in a season. And look, the Leafs had the lead. I love that Morgan Rielly scored. He desperately needed it. And honestly, I thought Rielly played a really good game on the defensive side of the puck. Obviously, the goal was assisted by Marner and Yarncroc. That was at 3:41 of the first period. Then Rantanen scored on that power play goal with under 6 to play. It was 14:08. And that's it. Like, nothing else happened. The Leafs rung a couple posts. Jake McCabe almost scored. They had some opportunities. It was just a really defensive hockey game. And the way we know that is even though there were 8 power plays combined, neither team got to the 30-shot mark. Albeit, yeah, they got to 29. But that took 4 shots in overtime to do it. The Leafs only had 18 shots tonight. So you could look at it and say the Leafs offensively was kind of snoozed, but you know what? I thought they played a really hard defensive hockey game, and the Leafs played a sound defensive game as well. Obviously, teams who are known to score a lot, the Avalanche just came off of scoring 8 against Montreal. Was it yesterday or a few days ago? So they're buzzing, and you bring them into your barn and they score 1 goal. You know, and you hold them to under 30 shots. I'd say it was a success. Sure, would we have loved 2 points and go back 4 up on Tampa? Yeah. But you still have a game in hand over the Lightning, and you're 3 points up. So you're in good shape. You control your own destiny. And we knew what this stretch was going to be like for the Leafs. Look, you have a desperate Buffalo Sabres team who blew it against the Capitals tonight. But you look at that, you know, that road trip, how it ended, right? You had the Devils, and where was that? I got to bring that up. You had the Devils, the Oilers. You had a desperate Sabres team coming in. You have the Avalanche, and then you have Carolina coming. Carolina's coming here, right? So you have some desperate hockey teams, some really good teams coming to town. So the fact that you're picking up points, yeah, we would have loved to have 2. They got 2 points on the road. I mean, did they play back-to-back? No, but they played Montreal, they played the Leafs, and they got 4 out of 4 points. They did their job. The Leafs, they got a point tonight. The shootout stinks. I will always stand by whether the Leafs win or lose it. It's not a way to win a skills comp. By the way, Tik Tok is down below, guys. If you have not followed up that page, please go do so. But I think something was answered tonight by the Leafs. And I think you all know where I'm going with this, is the goaltending. You can look at Matt Murray and say, okay, he was gone for so long. He played 3 games, sure. The Leafs hung him out to dry a couple times, and they didn't look very good. Sure. But in those games, we could pick a lot of goals that were not very good goals. And then you watch an Ilya Samsonov performance tonight, where not only in the stat sheet did he allow 1 goal on 29 shots, how quiet was he in the net tonight? Like, that's something I've talked about quite a few times in the videos where, you know, Samsonov's flopping all over the place, loses his stick, loses his mind, really, and it just looks ugly. Way out of position, looks gross. How many times today did he look like he was swimming? Not very much. And I credit that to a few things. One, he played a very good hockey game. And he didn't allow any big rebounds in front of the net, other than that Nikushkin one in overtime, but it bounced over his stick. But I'm talking 5-on-5, in regulation. Everything was, if there was an extra opportunity, it was in the corner. He did a really good job. And of course, the Leafs defensively did a really good job on the follow-up opportunities, not allowing second chance opportunities. And I'll say it again, I thought Morgan Rielly tonight probably had his best defensive game of the season. A lot has been talked about him on the defensive end, and heck, not putting up points. Well, he scored a goal tonight, and I thought he played his best defensive hockey. Will this continue? We'll see. Was it a credit of playing with TJ Brody a bit more? Quite possibly. But it worked. Whatever it did, it worked. His legs were going. I think it was, who was it that almost had the breakaway on him? And he's O'Connor, and he was right with him. Morgan Rielly felt like he might not win the foot race, swiped his stick, and knocked the puck into the corner. Really good job. Instead of trying to go for the foot race and lose it, and then have a breakaway against, did a really nice job. There was a 2-on-1. Was it Nikushkin? Right, he was looking to slide the pass across, but Rielly just closed off that option altogether, and even really came right at him, so he couldn't shoot it either, and it ramped up Rielly and out of play on a 2-on-1. Massive play there. I thought he played a phenomenal game. Jake McCabe almost had his first goal as a Leaf. Just missed the post. Again, if that goes off the post and in, we're talking about a different story. We talk about Eric Gustafsson. I think it was in overtime, rung one off the iron. If that goes the few inches to the well, he shot from the left side, so on the right, that's in the back of the net and the game's over. So I can't look at a game like this and say we lost in the shootout and say they played bad. Because look, offensively, yeah, they didn't play the greatest, but you also got to credit Colorado for playing a really sound defensive game. So I look at today like, I want to be mad because they didn't pick up 2 points and all this and that. You got one against a damn good team, you move on. That's all there is to it. Special teams-wise, you held them to go 1 for 5. And it got a little hairy at points, too, right? Nylander from the puck out, and it was close. But then they saw, 5 power plays. Let's eat this one a bit. Maybe. I don't know. Leafs had 3, didn't score on any of them, right? They had the 1 power play. Obviously, that was how their 1 goal went in, and it didn't even go off their own guy's stick. The Leafs just didn't have the puck luck tonight. And you could say that's a biased Leaf fan take, sure. But if you listen to what I've been saying about McCabe missing the net by about a puck, maybe even less than a puck size, Gustafsson ringing the bar in overtime, right? You can also say Nikushkin, the puck's bouncing over his stick. So it goes both ways here, but either way, you move on, and you got a tough opponent coming up. You really do. You got Carolina in town on Friday at 7 o'clock to do the front night of a back-to-back. They head to Ottawa to take on the Sens the next game, and it's going to be interesting. What do you do with Samsonov and Matt Murray? Who gets what game? The Ottawa Senators can score at will. Do you put Matt Murray in that game? Or do you trust Samsonov with the tougher offense? But Carolina's the substantially better team. So what do you do? I go Samsonov, Carolina, and then you go Matt Murray against his former team in Ottawa. That's my thought. Let me know in the comments below what you think. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and, like the Leafs got a point, smack that like button to appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter and Instagram links are down below. So follow up, send me a DM, guys, with that great stuff. The Discord and TikTok links are down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jay's Edition, a week today, breaking down the past week spring training games. I know we're getting there. I feel like I say that too damn much, but until it's over, gotta keep saying it. And as for the Raptors, they're back in action tomorrow as they host the Oklahoma City Thunder at Scotiabank Arena at 7:30. As for the Leafs, they're back in action on Friday as they look to get back into the win column. 2 losses in a row, but you pick up a point tonight as they welcome in the Carolina Hurricanes on the front night of a back-to-back on Friday night. 7 p.m. puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the defensive game today. We'll talk to you guys then.